This video is about understanding how the project on Visual Studio works. I'm going to create a new project, and this is going to be a C# console application. Nothing fancy here, just a console.writeLine. So I'll run the program, everything works fine. Visual Studio creates the project for you, and if I open the folder in File Explorer, Visual Studio tells me where the folder of the project was created. So in my case, it was created under My Documents, Visual Studio 2012, and Projects. So understanding Visual Studio Project, this folder contains all the files of my project. And here's my solution, and here are the files that belong to my project. Now, let's say I want to move this project from one computer to another computer. So I'm going to close Visual Studio, and then I'm going to copy this entire folder here, and notice that this folder has a lot of files inside. I'm going to copy this entire folder from one place to another place. I'm just going to copy to my desktop now as an example. So now, and you can paste this on your thumb drive or email it yourself or do whatever you want to do. I just copied to my desktop, just an example. So now I open this folder, and inside this folder has my solution, and it has a lot of files here. And one of the files that it has is your program.cs. This is your actual code that you wrote. So I'm gonna open this file here. I'm gonna open the file, and it opens in Visual Studio. And then let's try to run this thing. So debug and start without debugging is grayed out. Now why is that? It is like that because you cannot run your source code alone. You have to run your entire project. So whenever opening or reopening your project, you cannot open the program itself. You need to open either the project or your solution. So I'm going to open the CS project right here. Now, if you go now and you debug, start without debugging, it's going to run. But then one thing that people get confused is that they do not see the code, but it's still running. So the code should be right here on the right side, and it's your program.cs. Double click over there, and here's your code. Now, just in case, if this is not here, I'm going to close everything. Go to your View, Solution Explorer, and then your Solution Explorer is here now. And then double click on your program, and here is your program. And if you run it, then it runs just as fine. But remember one thing is, you are not running the source code, you're running the entire project. So even though I close this source code, I can still run the project because the project is open. Now if I want to close the project, then you can come here and close the solution. Solution is a bigger set of your project, by the way. You close the solution, and now you can no longer run anything because there's nothing to run. Again, whenever you open your program, open your project, and you open your solution also is going to work. So let's open the solution file. I'm going to open with Visual Studio 2012. And here's my solution, and here is my projects, and here is my program. And then I can run it again and everything is okay. So in summary, whenever moving or reopening projects, you cannot open the program by itself. You must open the entire project or the entire solution.